Welcome back to another edition of Under Construction. I'm your host, John Boyette, with the City of Raleigh's Communications Department. On this show, we take a quarterly look at capital improvement projects the City of Raleigh is undertaking to improve our area's quality of life. Today, we're going to talk to you about Phase 2 of the Hillsborough Street renewal project, which continues the rebirth of one of Raleigh's most iconic streets. Also on today's show, we'll update you on some of the city's other capital projects. When we return from a short break, we'll open our show on Hillsborough Street.
Body language can tell you all sorts of things. Like someone is having a stroke. Know the sudden signs. Learn fast. Face drooping, arm weakness, speech difficulty. Time to call 911 and get them to a hospital immediately. Learn the body language and spot a stroke fast.
In 2010, the City of Raleigh completed Phase 1 of the Hillsborough Street renewal project, located here just west of downtown. Among the improvements were reducing Hillsborough Street to 2 lanes in front of North Carolina State University and adding bike lanes, on-street parking, custom lighting, and roundabouts. These changes help make Hillsborough Street a more desirable place to work, shop, dine, and live. The improvements also help spur new residential and commercial development along Hillsborough Street. To keep this momentum going, the City of Raleigh has begun $17 million in Phase 2 improvements for the Hillsborough Street renewal project.
The Phase 2 portion of the Hillsborough Street renewal project picks up where Phase 1 left off at Gardner Street to the east. It extends all the way to the Rosemary-Shepherd Street intersection on the west side of the project. There's a perception that this project is just about the aesthetics and beautifying the street, and it will certainly do that. But safety was the primary driver in this project. We have one of the largest pedestrian volume right here in front of NC State, and that's why we've come in this project with wider sidewalks, dedicated bicycle lanes, and roundabouts with medians. Now, the second element is the renewal of aging infrastructure. So you see that in the street. We're putting in all the underground utilities that have been there for quite a while. We're also going to bring the overhead lines, the power lines, the telecom lines, and put them underground as well. It'll produce a much cleaner streetscape.
3 new single-lane roundabouts will be added to the Hillsborough Street area to go with the 4 roundabouts already there. The new roundabouts will be located on Hillsborough Street at Brooks Avenue, Dixie Trail, and the Rosemary Street, Shepherd Street intersection.
Now, the purpose of the roundabouts is to slow the traffic down, but to make it move more evenly. It's a smoother flow. No stop and start like you get with traffic signals. Slower traffic is safer for pedestrians, safer for cyclists, and actually safer for the drivers in the cars themselves.
Phase 2 of the Hillsborough Street renewal project has 2 features that are usually not associated with road projects: public art and a rain garden.
The public art will consist of piers located at each roundabout that are designed by the artist to have terracotta tiles around the base of them that will feature unique elements of Raleigh's history and culture. The rain garden is a stormwater feature that will treat the runoff from the street. Trees will be planted in it, and in addition, there will be benches around the perimeter of it for people to be able to sit on and just enjoy the street.
The City of Raleigh set out to accomplish 2 things while construction on Hillsborough Street continues. One of them was to maintain customer access to businesses along the street. And the second was to keep business operators informed of the work's progress. The city has accomplished both. Folks can still get to their favorite shops, stores, and restaurants on Hillsborough Street, and the city has initiated a series of monthly coffee talks with business owners and operators.
The monthly coffee talks have been held so that any citizen of Raleigh, any resident along Hillsborough Street, any business owner, anyone with questions or complaints can come and sit in a forum and ask questions of me, the project manager, and the contractor, and anyone else associated with the project.
Phase 1 resulted in a number of residential and commercial development projects along Hillsborough Street, new projects. Same is expected for Phase 2. Tell us a little bit more about that.
Well, we do expect to see the same in Phase 2. Phase 1 produced about $350 million of investment along the street, between 2010 and 2015. And we're certainly seeing the interest in redevelopment along the Phase 2 corridor. We expect to see the same.
Now, a project of this magnitude, we're asking people to be patient because there's going to be affiliated lane closures, road closures, traffic shifts. We're asking people to be patient.
Yes, we really do. It's for the safety of the workers, if nothing else, but it is an inconvenience, and we recognize that. We're doing everything we can to minimize it by trying to work off hours and just trying to get it done. Leave room for the drivers, but please be patient.
So when do we expect the Phase 2 improvements to be complete?
The original schedule has them being completed in November of 2017. Now, a project of this complexity, it's difficult to really pinpoint it. You know, it can be sooner, it can be later, but we're looking at November 2017 to be essentially complete.
All right, so we completed Phase 1 improvements to Hillsborough Street in 2010. Phase 2 improvements are underway and are expected to be completed in late 2017.
That's right.
Are there subsequent phases, Phase 3 and so forth? Are we doing any additional improvements to Hillsborough Street beyond Phases 1 and Phase 2?
There's nothing specifically on the table right now, nothing designed, that we would call a Phase 3 or 4. There has been talk about extending improvements to the west and also to the east, and we'll just see what those end up being at the time.
A great thing about Phases 1 and 2, the voters indicated that they wanted these improvements to be done. They were passed as part of transportation bond referendums. So that's always a plus. The voters indicated, hey, we want this. This isn't anything that the city decided to do on its own. Voters indicated they want it.
Yep, that's right. The Phase 2 improvements is part of the capital improvement program funded by the 2011 transportation bond referendum.
Richard, really appreciate you being on the show today to tell us about this very significant project, Phase 2 improvements for the Hillsborough Street Renewal Project. To learn more about the Hillsborough Street Renewal Project, including staying up to date on related street closures and detours, visit the City of Raleigh's website at www.raleighnc.gov. The city has even created an entire web page dedicated to this project where you can get all sorts of information. And also to get information about the project, you can call the city's Engineering Services Department at 919-996-5575. When we return, we'll tell you about some of the city's other capital projects.
Come on, it's not that hard.
My big man fingers are having a problem with these little tiny buttons.
Whoa, watch it there. Your blood pressure's gonna go through the roof.
Tell me about it. I'm trying to learn how to get it down. Instead, it keeps going up.
High blood pressure can increase the risk for heart attack or stroke. Learn how to keep yours at a healthy range.
Ever hear a voice command? Just say text barbershop to 97779.
That's not what I said.
Just give me that. Now my blood pressure's up.
Welcome back to another edition of Under Construction, a show about City of Raleigh capital improvement projects. On today's show, we told you about Phase 2 of the Hillsborough Street Renewal Project. Here's what's going on with some of the city's other capital projects. The Sassafras All Children's Playground, located in Laurel Hills Park at Edwards Mill Road and Glen Eden Drive. Children of all abilities can enjoy the playground, which offers a variety of play experiences. The site includes play equipment like swings and slides, a basketball court with adjustable hoop height, accessible elevated decking, and a pair of 50-foot long zip lines. Sassafras All Children's Playground is a public-private venture involving the City of Raleigh, local businesses, and other community partners. Support for the $2.3 million playground came from city parks bond proceeds, private donations, city staff, volunteer efforts, and in-kind donations. Construction is continuing on improvements to Sandy Forks Road in North Raleigh. The project will include widening and repaving Sandy Forks Road and adding curb and gutter. Traffic has been shifted to the new and smoother pavement to eliminate what was once a bumpy ride from potholes. The Sandy Forks Road project also includes sustainable or environmentally friendly features such as bicycle lanes and sidewalks, energy-efficient LED street lights, and stormwater treatment devices. New landscaping is also planned. Sandy Forks Road is the city's first green roads project designed to further protect the environment. The construction is scheduled to be complete in the summer of 2017. The project's $7.1 million construction cost is being funded by a transportation bond approved by Raleigh voters in 2013. That completes this edition of Under Construction Capital Improvements. To learn more about the City of Raleigh's capital improvement projects, contact the city's communications department at 919-996-3100 or visit the city's website at www.raleighNC.gov. The next edition of Under Construction airs in February. I look forward to seeing you then. I'm your host, John Boyette, and thanks for watching.